Hello friends, the for each statement, also known as for each loop, is a language construct for iterating a series of commands against each item of an array or collection. In this video, we will discuss about what is PowerShell for each loop, syntax of PowerShell for each loop in detail, workflow of for each loop in detail. In slide, we can see the syntax of for each loop. It has two components. One is item in collection and another one is statement list. The part of for each statement enclosed in parentheses represents a variable and a collection to iterate. PowerShell creates the variable item automatically when the for each loop runs. Prior to each iteration through the loop, the variable is set to a value in the collection. The statement list portion represents a set of one or more commands. The contents of statement list are surrounded by curly brackets. The statement list executes against each item in a collection. This is the workflow diagram of for each loop. As you can see, when loop starts, an item is loaded from the collection and statement list is executed. Once statement list is executed, again loop returns to the collection and a item is loaded again into the item variable, right? And same process repeats again and again until all the items in the collection have been loaded in the item variable and statement list has been executed against each item of the collection. Once all the items in the collection are finished and no more item remains, loop exits. So in summary, we can say that statement list is executed against each item of the collection, and as long as no item remains in the collection, loop exits. So let me see a quick demo to see how these things work in actual. So I have listed few action items for this demo. So we will be executing all these demos in this exercise, right? So first of all is running for each loop as a command, right? So for that, first of all, we need to declare one array or collection so that against each item of that array, we can run our statement list, right? So let me create array or collection, maybe with name fruits, and let me declare some elements of this array, maybe like some fruits. So I have created this array or collection with items as these three, like apple, orange and kiwi. Now next is I need to write the for each loop statement. So here I have written the statement for this for each loop, and like as you can see and already you can remember from syntax, like first of all we have to declare the statement where we declare the variable that will be created at each iteration and collection, right? And this is the statement that we need to run on each iteration, because our theme is like we need to run the for each loop as a command. So we will be writing this complete code in a single line so that it may be executed as a command. So to write multiple commands in a single line, we have to separate them using semicolon, right? So let me put a semicolon and let me write the line of for each loop in the same line, right? So if I run this command, as you can see, items have been listed here with statement list, right? So this statement list has been executed against each element of the array. Like we have three elements and here we have three lines, means each line for a separate element. In case we have to write for each loop for a script, then we can easily write the code in multiple lines maybe. Like here, I can remove this semicolon now because I am writing it for a script. And so this is the best practice as well, right? So what we can do is like we can define it in multiple lines. So it helps us to troubleshoot the things when things go bad, right? So this is the best practice as well for using for each loop, because it helps us to read the code easily and troubleshoot the code when things get mess up, because this is a very small code, so we can easily troubleshoot the things. But think of code that is of hundreds of lines. In that case, it helps a lot. So please always follow the best practice, like write the code in a better manner. So we will be discussing these best practices in our coming video. So till that, you can follow these practices what I am telling you. So if I run this command again, it will be returning the same output, right? So in this way we can use it. Next one is using for each loop against command output. It is not necessary that we need to declare the array in starting of loop only. We can declare it on the way as well. Like we can run some command, and against each items of that command output, we can run the loop. Like suppose I need to write a for each loop to run a statement against each elements of the output of get service command, right? So maybe I can write it like this: in get service, right? So I want to run a statement list against each service of get hyphen service command. So what I can do is I can simply write it like anything it may be. Here I am using sub expression operator. In case you are not aware about sub expression operator, please check previous videos. There you can find the detailed explanation about sub expression operator. Fine. So if I run this command, let me see what we get. As you can see, statement list is getting executed against each item of the array that is being created by the output of this command, right? So here we are not declaring the array in starting, but we are creating the array on the go, and it is dynamic, right? So whatever the output we get out of this command, an array will be created out of that output, and against each item of that array this statement would be executed. In this way we can use for each loop to run against output of a command.